I thought we were gonna talk about Amrabat. Was that not your take that you were gonna save?
No, that was my take that I was gonna say. If I forgot about this, I think Amrabat's about to go for. I thought I saw 40 mil. You saying even higher?
Yeah, I saw. What did I see?
Crazy.
Maybe it wasn't like, but it's still like Liverpool 70 mil or something.
Liverpool 70 mil?
I mean, it's just some rumor.
Dude,
I'm
he's
not
gonna-
saying it's true.
He's gonna get eaten up in the Prem.
He was great in
He's a
Hellas.
solid player.
He was great in Hellas Verona. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that he was fantastic. One of the best midfielders here. He kind of has struggled in Fiorentina. Like, he barely got to play in the beginning of the season. He's been playing regularly now, but from what I've heard from Fiorentina supporters, he hasn't been like
They wanted to sell him.
He has not been the player in the
Yeah.
World Cup. I think the system Morocco plays like suits him really well.
Oh, of course.
Like,
Of course,
so
it's 10 men behind the ball, and he's playing as a holding mid. I mean,
And
he's in heaven.
I thought we've learned this by now, all the directors of football and everybody out there, that like don't buy players based on World Cup performance. Like, it's just never.
Yeah, I mean,
worked
at
out.
most, you're going to look at 7 games. If you,
Yeah.
like, make it to the final, it's just not enough of a sample size.
No, you watch the whole season and then you make a decision.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, he might be a GOAT for Morocco, but
Yeah.
he's not going to do that for a club. He's a good midfielder. Nothing more, nothing less. This 70 mil is lunacy, man. If anybody pays that price tag, you're a dumbass and you reap what you sow. Like, I wish you the best. I wish Amrabat the best. I got nothing against him personally. But there's always that one asshole, right, who goes for like 10 times what they should after the World Cup,
Yeah.
and it's going to be Amrabat.
I looked up his like underlying stats when the talk came on, so it was a few days ago, and for Fiorentina this season, and they were very average. I'm gonna have to say, like, he was like a ranked 40th or something as the midfielder in the league. Like, it was not. It's not like,
He's a slightly above average midfielder.
yeah. So like, it's not, the stats aren't what they were in when he played for Verona. Yeah, so I don't think he's worth that. I think if he goes to Liverpool, which I don't think they will, because they're talking about buying Bellingham
That's crazy.
and Enzo Fernandez.
Usually Liverpool's recruitment is pretty good too. I feel
Yeah,
like that
I feel
would be a howler of a buy.
I can see him going to like a Brighton or something, but like not for those money, because Brighton would never pay that.
If Amrabat's 70 mil, Bentancur is 120.
Yeah, Bentancur is better.
Bentancur's 120.
Amrabat.
And then like, what are we gonna? We just gonna keep going
Not
up and
really
up?
the same player though, but they're better. He's a better midfielder.
Okay, should I say Højbjerg? He's not really like a holding mid either. They're both kind of box to box. But
Yeah, I don't know, a good like
Tyler Adams.
Tyler Adams. Yeah, I think Tyler Adams.
Is Tyler Adams worth 95?
Some people.
If
might
Amrabat's
think
worth 70?
Some
Some people. Okay, well they said okay.
that's not.
There's always some people
Yeah.
who think a lot about U.S. players, but
Well,
we're
with
not going to
how
address
inflated values are of players. I don't know what they're worth.
that. Do you
but
see another player from this World Cup who's just going to go for bonkers money who just not worth it? I feel like it has to be a Moroccan, and I think it's going to be
Could be an
Amrabat.
Argentinian, couldn't it? McAllister, Enzo Fernandez. But I like Enzo Fernandez, so I'm not gonna dog on him.
I see. Before the World Cup, I was already seeing like 90 mil for Enzo.
Yeah,
which
he
is
already had it,
insane.
which is like, but that's just the Benfica price tag, like they're.
It is, which is insane. Like he's a good player, but I guess I haven't seen like the magic that would warrant a possibly $100 million midfielder. But Enzo's a great shout.
Yeah,
McAllister.
he's
Is
definitely
anybody-
above Brighton level. Let's go with that.
He is.
What is he on He can play for Newcastle, right? He can't play for like Man City.
No, I don't even think he starts for Spurs, to be honest.
No, so he can play for Newcastle.
He doesn't start for Arsenal. Does he start for Man U? Probably not.
Good
Honestly,
midfielders
dude,
are
I think
shady.
I think Brighton's a good level for him.
Yeah, I'll say let's go to Newcastle.
If
See what we
Brighton,
can do.
if Brighton can like steady the like 8th to 6th place in the
Yeah.
Prem, I think that's his level.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe like a top 5 in La Liga. Like I could see him going to Sevilla or something. But the problem is when you're in the Prem, you're not going to go to another league because they can't pay your wages.
No, and they can't pay you your transfer something.
Yes. So like
Yeah.
basically he's going to have to let that Brighton contract expire if he wants to go to like Germany or
Yeah.
something. He's not going to play for Bayern.
No,
What, you think Frankfurt are going to buy him? Like hell no.
no, he's never gonna play in Germany. He's not
Yeah.
even an option.
It's going to be if it's a transfer, it's like an intra Premier League move.
Yeah, I can see him playing for Newcastle.
I guess he's been solid all World Cup. I mean,
Yeah, he's been good.
has he been better than Rodrigo de Paul? I mean, I would say no. I would say they've been about the same. I
Yeah.
feel like the whole Argentine team has just been like solid overall.
And
That's
then they
what-
have Messi.
And they have Messi.
Yeah.
So I don't see anybody outside of maybe like Julian Alvarez who like really catapulted their net worth.
Yeah,
but he just
he was
signed
already
for-
worth a lot. He was just
He's
like
already-
a good contract.
I think he was like disturbingly overvalued, and now he's like making that price tag look better. You know what I mean?
You don't think 18 mil or whatever it was they paid for Julian Alvarez was a good price for a
Doesn't he have an insane release clause though? Wasn't it like
but why
65
would City,
mil?
Why would City sell him now?
Oh, I don't think they would. But I just think like when they signed him, I think he has a release clause. Could be totally wrong. But I thought when they put that crazy release clause on him, I was like,
I just
think it's a little premature.
I think they were gonna go with Alvarez as their main striker until they realized, hey, Haaland's really an option for us here, and they were like, well, we can't turn it down. So I think it's a little unfortunate for Alvarez because I think he was gonna be the main guy going into this.
Yeah,
like in maybe
possibly
like March when they signed him in January, so like they didn't know exactly what was gonna happen with Haaland. But yeah, I really like Julian Alvarez, great player.
I bet you if we check transfer market, I bet he had the highest increase in value.
No, I would say there's got to be a Moroccan somewhere.
No, sorry, of the Argentine players.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
It has to be him or Enzo, but I feel like Enzo's was already like...
He was already high because he had that
insanely
great
high.
Champions League campaign.
Yes.
Champions League is a lot higher level than the World Cup, no matter what people like to say, but that's like the pinnacle of
That's
like,
what people like pay attention to.
Yeah. That's like top teams.
So we're kind of feeling a Moroccan or an Argentine gets that like...
Yeah, because the France team already are full of ballers.
Yeah.
They're always there.
No one's gonna... Could be an American. I mean, we're seeing a lot of...
Yeah, we saw Musa. I saw, what was it?
Was it Musa to Liverpool?
Musa to, Liverpool. No, it's Chelsea. One of the teams. One of those teams. I saw Haji Wright today to Crystal Palace.
For 10 mil?
What did Haji Wright do to ever justify...
That
like,
can't be World Cup for him. That has to be what he's doing in Turkey.
Yeah, for like a Turkey mid.
But he's got like double goals, I think. Double-digit goals.
Yes, but can you remember the last time a Premier League side bought a striker for like... Well, it's not a lot of money to them, but like when did the Premier League side buy a mid-table Turkey guy who banging in goal in Turkey? Can you remember that happening?
No. I also don't think Haji Wright is as good as Edouard.
No, I don't think so either.
And who's the other bit? They got a
Mateta?
big Mateta. Yeah, like
Also a good striker.
that's what I'm saying. Why are you bringing in Haji Wright? Like it just
I
doesn't
have
make
no
any
idea.
sense. That we were gonna talk about that on the podcast last night, but we didn't have enough time. I saw that. I'm like, the only reason I'm not furious right now is because it's 10 mil. Is what I saw.
It's not a lot of money.
So that's like, okay, I guess Crystal Palace are maybe they're not happy with Edouard, kind of like how he's panned out. So maybe they're like, okay, we'll bring in a guy on the cheap. He'll offer some competition. If he flops, we can probably just flip him back to Turkey for 6 mil, and we won't have lost.
He'll be like,
that
oh,
much.
Besiktas, here I come.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be like, I'm proud to announce I've signed with Galatasaray.
Yeah.
I'll be there starting 9. Yeah, that was crazy. But I do feel like the U.S. valuations are going up and up and up. Can't say the same for Mexican players. Luis Chavez is probably the only one who like.
Did he sign anywhere yet?
Dude, so I saw that Ajax were trying to sign him,
Good step.
and then I saw
But
that
he's kind of oldish, isn't he? Not old.
25.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you go to Ajax, you can do a year tops.
That's what I'm saying. You have to do a year.
Yeah.
And then leave. That's why I think you should go straight to Spain. But
Yeah.
anyways, I don't make the decisions. What I read is that Pachuca rejected the transfer offer, so it looks like he's just going to live out the rest of his days in Mexico.
How much was the transfer offer?
That
Did
I
they
don't
say?
know.
They didn't say.
I don't know.
Mexican leagues overvalue their players
Like
a lot.
crazy.
But they pay high wages, so this also
They do.
issue.
Cesar Montes, his move just got rejected to Espanyol because Rayados wanted more money. I think they offered like 8 mil or something, and they wanted
Yeah, like
more.
Espanyol doesn't like. That's one thing people have to understand. The Prem is the only kind of league that has that kind of money. Like, you think Espanyol has more than 8 million like euros?
That's
or
a
dollars?
lot. That's a big signing
that's
for them.
a lot of money for them.
Yeah.
They don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
It's only for the Prem teams that's like like they can be like, oh, 8 million, I don't care.
Yeah.
But for like any other team and like except
Yeah.
the big ones in Spain,
That's what I'm saying.
That's a shit ton of money.
You think that Espanyol is going to spend 12 mil on a Liga MX center back who's also like 25?
No, never gonna happen.
Like, yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So that's why I think. I mean, also Mexico had a terrible World Cup, so
They look sound defensively though.
that under Tata Martino they have been sound defensively. It's just been offensively. There's absolutely nothing happening,
Yeah, that's true.
and that's probably because of the coach and also some personnel issues, some injuries as
And
well.
the fact that they just don't have any good strikers.
Backs.